On the screen, the camera pushed through the open door and entered the archive room. The footage showed the back of my own chair. It showed the back of my own head. And then, the camera tilted upwards, revealing what was standing directly behind me holding it. It wasn't human. It was a towering, distorted figure, its features glitching and shifting like a corrupted video file. Its face was a horrific stretch of static and wide, dark, empty voids where eyes should have been. It had a smile that stretched far past the boundaries of a human jaw. I felt a freezing breath on the back of my neck. The smell of ozone and burning plastic filled my nose. The entity on the screen slowly raised its long, distorted finger, pointing directly at the camera lens, pointing directly at me watching it. A distorted, deep voice erupted from the television speakers, speaking backwards, drowning in heavy static. Text began to flash rapidly across the bottom of the screen in bright white letters. "We are watching. We are waiting. Do not turn around." Panic finally broke through my paralysis. I didn't turn around. I didn't look back. I lunged forward, grabbed my heavy metal flashlight from the desk, and blindly smashed it directly into the center of the glass television screen. Crash. The glass shattered violently, sparks flying into the dark room. The screen died instantly. The basement was plunged into total, suffocating darkness. The heavy silence returned, ringing in my ears. I didn't wait to see if the figure was still there. I scrambled over my desk, blindly feeling my way along the wall, and bolted out of the archive room. I ran up the 3 flights of concrete stairs in complete darkness, my chest burning, expecting a cold hand to grab my ankle at any second. The static was deafening. It filled the small basement room, buzzing aggressively against my eardrums. I reached out to turn the volume knob down, but my hand froze in midair. The static on the screen slowly began to part, like heavy fog rolling away. The video didn't look like normal analog footage. The lighting was slightly off, and the camera movements felt too physical, almost mathematically wrong. It started with a shot of a long, dark, windowless hallway lined with metal shelves. It took my brain a few seconds to process what I was looking at. It was the exact hallway standing right outside my archive room door. My heart hammered against my ribs. I tried to convince myself it was just old B-roll footage taken years ago, but the timestamp glowing in the bottom right corner of the video feed wasn't from the 90s. It was today's date, and the time ticking forward was 3:11 a.m. The camera in the video began to move forward, floating smoothly down the dark hallway. There were no footsteps, just the terrifying, low-quality hum of the camera's microphone picking up dead air. The camera slowly panned to the left, pointing directly at the heavy metal door of the archive room, the room I was currently sitting inside. I couldn't breathe. I stared at the glowing monitor, completely paralyzed. On the screen, a long, impossibly pale hand reached into the frame. The fingers were unnatural, bending at awkward angles. The hand grabbed the handle of the archive room door. In real life, completely synchronized with the video, the metal handle of my door slowly began to turn. Click, clack. My blood ran cold. The heavy metal door creaked open, just an inch. The air in the room suddenly dropped by 10 degrees. I didn't turn around. I couldn't look away from the monitor. I was trapped in a nightmare where the digital world and my physical reality were collapsing into each other. Don't look at the screen. That was the only rule the old manager gave me when I took the night shift as a tape archivist for Channel 58. It sounded like a joke at the time. I mean, my entire job was to sit in a windowless, freezing basement surrounded by thousands of dusty VHS tapes and digitize them into a computer system. How could I not look at the screen? But last Friday, at exactly 3:13 a.m., I finally understood what he meant. And now, I can't close my eyes without seeing it. I had been working at the station for about 4 months. The basement archives are completely isolated from the rest of the building. It's just row after row of tall metal shelves packed with old news broadcasts, local commercials, and unedited B-roll footage from the 1990s. The air down there is always thick with the smell of old plastic and dust. My setup was simple: a heavy CRT television monitor, a high-end commercial VCR, and a computer. The silence of the basement was usually only broken by the heavy, mechanical clunk of a tape being inserted into the deck. It was a quiet night. The building above me was entirely empty. The only light in the basement came from the harsh, flickering glow of the television monitor in front of me. I grabbed the next tape from my cart. It was different from the others. It didn't have a standard printed label. Instead, wrapped in thick, yellowed masking tape, someone had frantically scribbled a single word in thick black marker: contingency. I hesitated for a second, but a job is a job. I pushed the heavy black plastic cassette into the VCR. The machine whirred loudly, aggressively eating the tape. The television screen snapped from pure black to loud, hissing white static. People start valuing you less the moment they realize you will always be there, no matter how little effort they give back. That is how respect starts fading without you even noticing it. You answer too quickly, you over-explain, and you keep giving your time like it costs nothing. But the truth is, what is always available is rarely appreciated. Value grows when there is distance, and silence makes people feel the weight of your absence. So stop giving instant access, slow your energy down, and let them realize your worth without you having to prove it.